They say men don't talk. But maybe they once tried and nobody listened. Maybe silence wasn't their choice. It was their only way to survive. Every man carries a weight he never speaks about. A quiet burden built from a lifetime of expectations, rejections, and invisible pain. And while the world is busy telling him to open up, the moment he actually does, he's often judged, mocked, or simply ignored. So he learns to bury it a little deeper each time. It starts in childhood, doesn't it? From the time they're boys, they're told, be strong, don't cry, man up. Every tear becomes a sign of weakness. Every doubt, a failure of masculinity. So they learn a dangerous lesson, one that sticks with them for life, that love is conditional and that vulnerability costs you respect. The world raised men to perform strength, not to actually feel it. Think about the double standard. We praise women for being emotional, but we punish men for doing the exact same thing. A woman cries, and she's seen as brave for expressing herself. A man cries, and he's labeled unstable, weak, or not man enough. It's not equality if only one side is allowed to be fully human. And over time, this quiet hypocrisy breaks men from the inside out. Most men suffer in silence not because they want to, but because experience has taught them a brutal truth. No one really wants to hear it. So when a man says, I'm fine, what he's often really saying is, I can't afford to fall apart right now. He becomes the protector, the provider, the steady ground for everyone else to stand on. But has anyone ever stopped to ask where his ground is? And here's the devastating irony. The strongest seeming men are often the ones closest to breaking. Men are lonely, not because there's no one around them, but because there's no one who truly, deeply listens without judgment. Their pain doesn't fit the convenient narrative society has written for them. Their exhaustion doesn't earn them any sympathy. So what happens? They turn it inward. They channel it into their work, into a stoic silence, into a cycle of self-blame. That's how emotional deaths happen. Not in one big dramatic moment, but slowly, quietly, in the spaces between all those unspoken expectations. Eventually, silence becomes their shield. They hide behind humor, behind success, behind those unreadable, stoic faces. They convince themselves they don't need help because the one time they did ask for it, it ended in humiliation. But here's the thing about armor. It doesn't just protect you, it also keeps love out. The statistics are grim, and we can't ignore them. Men die younger. They take their own lives far more often. And it's not because they're weaker. It's because they were never, ever allowed to be weak. This isn't just a mental health crisis. It's a cultural one. We've systematically taught half of humanity that their emotions make them less human. Men don't need our pity. They need space. A safe space where their pain isn't questioned, where their feelings aren't mocked, and where their silence isn't mistaken for indifference. They need to know that it's okay to break and that they will still be worthy of love and respect when they do. Healing doesn't start with noise. It doesn't start with demanding someone to talk. It starts with one person, just one, finally saying, I understand. You don't have to carry this all by yourself. If you're a man watching this, please hear me. This is your permission to stop pretending. You are not weak for feeling. You are human. And if you know a man who's silent, don't just ask him to talk. Show him, through your actions, that he's safe when he does, because sometimes the loudest cry for help is the quietest silence in the room. If this message hits something inside you, don't just scroll past. Leave a comment below, not for the algorithm, but for every man still suffering in silence. Let's create that space right here, right now. Thank you for listening. Please consider subscribing for more conversations that matter.